This is the final recording that we were able to find for this last member of M-Cell. Strange. Looks like the request to fight this individual who does not share any of the standards that we normally seek was at the behest of a similar organization to ourselves. Strange.
So, in your reports at the hospital, you mentioned that they were doing strange drugs and rituals, but you thought it was just a bunch of cuckoo, is what you said here? Could you elaborate on these rituals? Don't worry, you can speak to us about this. We are read in on everything.
Yeah, I called it cuckoo. There was a lot of strange moaning from people just sort of taking weird little substances and drinking from strange cups that were kind of glittering in some cases. There was a lot of mumbling too.
So, the agent that got you out, this Bishop Jackson, do you know who he worked for?
I assume I just assumed he worked with the military group in Switzerland. I don't really know too much about outside other countries' militias.
He worked with a more clandestine group, and he has just recently moved back to the States to get out from under them, basically to retire.
He's
He
American?
offered us... No. He is British. But he has offered us some intel on that group. But he did make a request that we look into if you are fitting for a position in our organization, we'll call it. We do need to know what you told the hospitals, though. How specific were you about these rituals? And did you actually see them work?
And during the timing, I was mostly kept in seclusion. Anytime they would come in to feed me or to drag me out, it was mostly to clean me and place strange symbols from time to time. I saw some things that I didn't mention at the hospital, but I'm just certain that maybe they dosed me with something strange, sort of changes. Like the room kind of shifted from once in a while, but I don't really know what you're asking me, sirs.
We are trying to determine if you believe the rituals to have been real.
I don't know if I could say for certain if they're real or not. After first night, I started having these strange dreams about something calling out, but I just sort of assumed that was just from being locked in a cage for so long and just being delirious, malnourished.
I understand. We would appreciate if you would keep to yourself about the details of the rituals and any things that you experienced.
The hospital mentioned the same thing. Said it would not allow me to acclimate properly in civilization.
Yes, can be very rough, especially being kidnapped and then trafficked into Switzerland. But luckily you had a good agency over there working to bring them down at the time. And we would like to extend the offer if we could call on you for the future to participate in operations just like the one that Agent Jackson went through to save you.
Yeah, so I would be somebody that could help other people like myself. Agent Jackson had?
Yes, we would not be able to pay you, so you will have to have your own source of income. But during the operations, usually we can provide you with some funding. But we don't have a big spot in this government.
I mean, I suppose I have to start somewhere. I don't really have a job right now or prospects. So I guess this is as good a chance as any to gain some experience.
Wonderful. And they will provide you with information on how to contact them and how they will contact you. And we will pass forward 2 years to the end of your trial period with Delta Green, where they explain to you in a separate meeting with a few FBI agents, a few CIA agents, to make it all seem very official. David Sprouse, you have undergone a few missions for us now, and have come out okay in the end. With that, we would like to read you in fully and offer you a position in the agency of Delta Green. Just to give you a quick highlight of what we have done, us at Delta Green have taken down many threats to the American people, but the most important of all has been the deep ones and their hybrid spawn. Innsmouth was a pool of corruption, which we eliminated back in the 1920s, and we continued to hunt them down, even to this day. And that is our main accomplishment, but we have also encountered other unnatural entities and brought them down or stopped them from spreading. I can't go into too much detail because we must keep everything very contained, because the more people that know about things like this, the worse it gets every single time. So, can we count on you when we call?
At the beginning, I didn't really know if this would be the right fit. I just sort of was thrown out into the world after a real bad situation. But after these few different jobs you had me on, I know for a fact that we're doing the right thing, so of course, count me in.
Wonderful. Then just so you know, when you're on our missions, the main directives are to protect the citizens of the United States from threats originating within a paranormal phenomenon, to maintain the security of the United States from these paranormal threats, and finally to gather intelligence on paranormal phenomena. Do you accept that?
I accept this and will do my utmost to do so.
Thank you. We're going to assign you to M-Cell, and from this point forward you will be codenamed Mueller.
The play is missing some parts, but it is about a stranger that arrives at a masked ball in a far-off royal court of Ythil in Carcosa. The stranger calls himself
the Phantom of Truth, and he reveals to all the partygoers that only he wears no mask. He claims that his own pallid mask, which is a porcelain rictus, is his true face. And this revelation signals the end of the partygoers' role.
Do we recognize either of those names?
No, absolutely not. Actually, I guess if you have a cult, you could roll it. You may recognize it.
Nope.
Ugh. Fuck no.
God damn it, dude.
Midas of all
you know what?
people.
Honestly, of course the artist recognizes the play. Midas, you've heard of this book. This is actually a book that, like,
Somebody's
called,
adapting into a play.
Shitty adaptation.
Yeah, it's called
King in Yellow.
The King in Yellow. Yeah. The Red Book is what you've heard of here. And Midas, you actually know that it's the play itself is called Le Roi en Juan, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's adapted from. That was where it originated, according to you.
Anyone know French?
That means the King in Yellow. Which Midas would know.
Did this guy claim he was writing this, or you guys just found it in his apartment?
You found it in his apartment.
Gotcha.
So back to where we are right now. Nobody broke into my apartment. What are you talking about?
When my colleagues were here just I guess it was a few minutes ago or whatever, did you not just speak to them about this?
Oh yeah, I got it figured out.
I'll like kind of stand next to you, Agent McLovin, and I'm like, "What? Okay, what happened?
Oh, it was the night manager. He needed it for some reason.
Needed what? Your apartment to?
Yeah, he needed the recordings. He thought somebody was staying at Abigail's place that night. He said he asked me about it. I just didn't remember. I must have forgotten giving him permission.
Where's the night manager right now?
He's upstairs. He's on
Can you describe the night manager
fifth
for me?
floor. Yeah, a very old, gaunt man, thin face, some glasses. He actually looks a lot like Stanley.
He looks a lot like Stanley.
But like if he was aged 20 years from now.
Who's Stanley?
Oh, Stanley's an artist. He came up with a bunch of comic book characters.
Stanley.
Oh,
Got it.
wait.
Jesus.
You
Sorry,
meant
you said it.
Lee?
You said it so fast. I thought you meant Stanley, like a singular name, like first name Stanley, not Stanley. Got you. Thank you.
But if you're an FBI, you're a CIA agent in 1990. You don't know anything about Marvel.
No, I absolutely don't know anything about Stanley. This
Question.
is Sean knowing about Stanley.
Question: does the person who's into Dungeons and Dragons potentially have a little?
Yeah, of course
feel
you
like
know who
You
Stanley is.
absolutely know who Stanley is.
The Marvel author.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
are
looks
you-
a lot like him, but only if you like aged him up a lot.
I'll
So,
kinda
like,
whisper
Stanley
over to Margarine.
5 years ago.
What is Marvel?
Oh come on, you know Marvel, Spider-Man, the
Was it
X-Men.
Spider-Man?
Oh,
I think it
those
was. Yeah.
comic thingies? The animated superheroes?
Ain't nobody got time for that, apparently.
Yeah, we're all adults who don't like that kind of stuff. Moving on.
I read some in the toilet.
I have 5 doctoral degrees. Who could possibly do that and know what Marvel is?
Yeah. So, yeah, he's on the 5th floor.
The 5th floor.
The fifth
Yeah,
floor?
the 5th floor.
How about you take us to the 5th floor?
There,
You want me to just go up the stairs?
Yeah,
There
just
is-
lead the way. Take us to Stanley's, or not, to the night manager's apartment.
Stanley's apartment.
Is that a
Listen,
problem?
you want to help with our investigation, right? We find
Into
out.
Abigail?
Yeah.
She
You know
moved
that-
on.
Well, let us just
She
top our.
left with the with the encyclopedia salesman who lives on the 6th.
Alright.
Sir,
alright.
there are only 3 floors to this building.
Yeah, during the day.
What?
Yeah, at night, there's more. You just gotta go upstairs.
Hey, I don't know if you guys would have mentioned this. Did you not have that file? You still have the file from the municipal building, right?
The blueprint?
Yeah, I will point out the cream-colored page at the front that says, I saw the rooms tonight at dusk. You think maybe that has anything to do with it?
I think it's pretty clear by these documentation that this place only has 3 floors. So, unless this guy can show me another floor, I don't know what you're talking about. Rooms and floors of buildings don't just appear at night. That's not how physics works.
Not basic physics, but have you considered metaphysics, quantum physics? 2 things can occupy one space at the same time. It's a breaking studies. You really should look into it. Did you just say you had 5 doctorate degrees? What'd you study? Art?
No, you did.
I didn't go to school for this. I'd have way more money.
That's not how school works. Alright, well,
You go up the stairs.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean,
you
I
lead
don't
us
know.
upstairs, and then that'll be...
I can't right now. I need to focus. This is the best. This is when I get my work done.
Okay.
Is this
I'll-
where you get your
I'll
inspiration?
pay your rent.
I don't.
If
need
you
to
could leave-
pay my rent,
Floor.
what are they gonna do? Kick me out?
You haven't paid for blah 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 months.
It's been March. Since March.
You haven't paid since March.
5 months.
Which
So you're really on the fence here.
is when that milk
I would
expired.
I would say that that you need to do everything you can in order to get your rent paid. Otherwise, you will be without a house. This is my persuasion. 39 under 80.
I'm not leaving this room right now. I need to get this work done.
What work are you working on? What do you need to get
Yeah,
done?
Mr. Manuel, is this when you get your... How did you call them? Inspirations?
Yes. Sort of. I do get them on the upper floors, but I need to listen to the tapes right now.
What tapes?
What tapes?
The night manager asked me to listen to the tapes that he's been taking of Abigail's room at night.
Uh-huh. Why did he do that?
I told you because he thinks somebody's staying in there at night. He heard weird
What does
noises.
that have to do with you?
I am across the hallway. He's asked me to look at it.
Mhm.
I need you to get out. I need you to go. Right now.
I'm gonna need you to you're under arrest.
For what crime?
I'm
I'm
gonna push McLovin off and be like, "You can't arrest him right now.
We
have
can arrest him.
nothing
We
on
can-
him."
I'll arrest him whenever I want to arrest him.
Get the fuck out of my apartment. Now. I will call the manager.
The night manager?
Yes.
You're gonna call the night manager?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's who we want to talk to anyway.
He goes over and he dials to a phone, like a landline phone, and he dials the number, and it rings. It rings. Hello, Mr. Costain. I've got 5 people who need to be kicked out of my room. Just send them up. I'll talk to them. And you hear him sigh, and he hangs up the phone. He's like, "See, go. He wants to talk to you."
Oh, that's lovely for him, but we're not here. We're not trying to talk to him right now. We're trying to talk to you.
What else do you need from me?
That's about the
Abigail
clown.
moved on.
Your
She
story
figured it
clearly
out.
doesn't add up.
What's with the clown?
Yeah, tell us about the clown.
It's a clown. It
Clearly a better painting than your
dances
magnum
on a
opus.
stage.
Yeah, where'd you get the inspiration for that one?
In the upstairs.
Well,
At the
in our
play.
investigation... Yeah, the play.
The play upstairs.
In our investigation, we saw that Abigail made a pretty similar clown painting. You plagiarizing her work?
No, we probably watched the same play.
Sounds
Do
like
all
someone
the
who...
tenants in the building know of how long is this? Have the upper floors always been here? There?
As far as I can remember,
How long have you lived here?
Thomas has lived here for. I don't know, like 2-3 years.
Okay, so before he had his like inspirations in November.
Yeah. So
Do we have a timeline for when Abigail moved in here?
Abigail moved in like 88 or something. She's been here for like 7 years.
Okay, of the people, the tenants we know about, has she been here the longest?
Great question.
I think so. Michelle Van Fitz may have been here longer.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you have anything else to talk to me about? Also, do you know where my play went?
That's all the questions we have for now. We'll talk to you later, Mr. Manuel. We might have some more questions about the investigation, and then I'll just kind of shut the door.
Okay.
We don't want to arrest him.
We do not have any hard evidence.
I mean,
And
except that he was illegally. He was definitely. He can say all he wants that he wasn't a part. He
admitted that he was a part of it, actually.
Well, I mean, his original story was that he didn't know anything about it, and then now he does know about it. It's very suspicious. The even if he didn't know anything about it, the tape recorder was in his apartment, recording his neighbor illegally, and that makes him at least culpable to the crime.
Agent, I understand this, but right now, we have just found out that this building has 3 more floors, apparently.
I mean, except that it doesn't, because this guy's clearly crazy.
Crazy things have been happening in here all the time.
Listen, we've all have our own stories that got us here, right? I mean, there's not any of us here who hasn't had some sort of experience. I think we all know what I'm talking about.
I do actually think that this is a little bit out there for there to be multiple floors to a place. And also,
I mean, there's one thing for there to be ghosts or the like that the government doesn't want us to know about. That's fine. But hiding hiding twice the size of a building in one building is too much.
What makes you think it's a physical location? What makes you think the stairs to the 3rd floor aren't a portal that leads somewhere?
We just don't know.
I mean, I've no evidence to support that claim, and it's more unbelievable than this person committing the crime that I see them committing right now.
Agent, I don't doubt you. I think this man's guilty too. The moment I saw him, I knew he was hiding something, but at this point, there's something else bigger going on here, and with what just happened to Agent Margarine, and our goal here to find out what is happening here and stop it, at the current moment, this man isn't our priority.
I mean, except that he's clearly acting super weird.
He is acting super weird.
Look, you mentioned that he could be acting like a criminal and run. He is acting super weird. We have not talked with any of the other tenants, and definitely haven't talked with his night manager. What's to say that if we arrest him, it doesn't cause all these people to scatter to the winds, and now we have 5 places where this is happening and not just the one.
So you're assuming this is a conspiracy amongst all of the tenants of the building?
I think
we don't know. We haven't searched it all out. We need to contain whatever's here.
Or a virus.
Right. Well, I'm working off of a cut out the things, cut out as much as possible. I mean, unless they're actively monitoring his whereabouts. I mean, if they were a problem, we'd arrest this person. They could very well assume that we have pinned the crime or crimes on him. I'm just saying that, like, let's say that you had, if everybody is in on it, or everybody is a problem, a criminal. Isolating one criminal from the rest leaves one less person to stab us in the back.
You're not wrong. We still... I don't know. I disagree with the premise that these are criminals as opposed to victims of a force beyond them, or even just a mass psychosis.
I agree with
I guess
Margarine.
even if they
I
are
agree with Margin.
psychotic.
It does seem some sort of mass psychosis. He just doesn't seem like any normal human being would behave. Like the whole thing I saw in his apartment of it not being used, any of the utensils for eating, it doesn't seem right.
Okay, how about this? He seems very insistent that there is not only a fourth, but a fifth and sixth floor. It takes 3 flights of stairs just to validate that. We can do that in, I don't know, 5 minutes. Let's just walk up the stairs. If we really want to be secure, leave some people down here, and we can just go up 3 flights of stairs and see. If there are stairs leading up, we don't go up them, obviously. We can reassess from there.
Okay. Is that what you guys are doing? You're gonna walk
I
up the
pull
stairs?
out my gun, yeah. Let's
Okay.
go up some spooky steps.
So,
I'll just kind of look
we'll
at you.
say,
Holster
Midas,
it.
you're in front with your gun pulled.
I could be in front, sure.
Okay. You walk up the 3 flights of stairs to the... You see the door that presumably leads to the roof. Agent Mora and McLovin, you've gone through this door. It's a push bar door. Looks like it leads to the roof.
Looks the same as it did before.
Yeah,
the
I
same.
agreed. Looks the same.
Well, I guess if all of us are here, let's...
Are we all here?
open
Yeah,
it.
because I'm going.
Okay. So who is opening the door?
I'm in front. It's push bar, right?
Yeah, push bar.
I kick it in with my foot.
The door opens to a smoking lounge.
Oh, fuck.
It's looks like a 1930s lounge up on the roof. It's totally closed in.
A large parlor on the 4th floor.
Yep.
And in this room, you don't see anybody.
I assume this means we need sanity checks.
Yeah, right?
Nope.
Or
We might have already been exposed to this by reading the play. Okay, close the door.
Alright, closing the door.
Alright.
open it again.
No, not yet. We need to decide what to do if we open it and it's still there. Do we go in? Do we confront Manuel about this?
I mean,
what?
what he said was clearly true.
Technically,
I mean,
all we know.
I see that there was a room, a 4th floor that wasn't there before. I was here earlier today, I think, right? Earlier today?
You were. You
I
guys
look.
were there
I
earlier
look
today.
at you, McLovin. I was like, I was here with you. This was a door to the roof.
What is today, by the way?
Friday
This is
night.
August 11th.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
So-
August 11th.
March
Well,
5.
It is now 7 p.m.
Okay. Agent Mora, you still have those tapes?
Yeah,
That's about...
We have cell phones
You do.
I do. Yeah.
that our families have, or are they secret cell phones?
We can just...
Both.
We can...
Okay.
Oh.
Well, just in case, somebody wanted to call me today, that would not be unreasonable, because it is my birthday.
That's
But they don't
true.
know that.
And you're normally off by when?
5 o'clock. I'm a
Oh.
government employee.
Yeah. So it's like 7. So it's right at 7. You get a phone call.
Mhm.
Right now.
And I'll answer it, because, I don't know who it is.
And you
One
hear,
moment, guys.
happy birthday. And it's your mom and your dad.
Do we hear this too?
It's loud enough that if you're close by, yes.
I will thank them for their well wishes and tell them that I will have to call them back.
Oh, okay. Your sister's probably gonna call right after this. And, your brother just got home. Hold on. Wait one moment. And he comes over and He says, "Happy birthday!"
Well, thanks, brother. How's your latest degree going?
Good. I'm almost done. This is my last year for this one, and then I'm gonna catch you.
No, not gonna happen. We'll see. We're gonna. I'll make sure that I get to the next. Get my next degree before you.
Nah, we'll see. I'm gonna get all the family money. You just wait.
You know I don't care about money. It's all about the recognition. But I'll probably come over later today.
I feel like we're all at this point just staring at you, right?
Yes, for sure.
I'm actually writing something on the back of one of my business cards.
My work here is taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. May have to do the birthday dinner another day, but I'll give you guys a call later and let you know.
Yeah, no problem. If we don't see you by like 8:30, we'll give you a call back.
Sounds good.
Okay. As soon as you hang up, you get another phone call.
I don't answer.
You have to answer it because you need to do your scene where you put the bond damage on her.
Okay, I'll answer it.
Happy birthday! Guess what? I just got approved for an honorary PhD, and Mom and Dad said it counts.
It definitely does not count. Fuck you. That's not acceptable. If you didn't work for it, it don't mean shit.
It's because I made a discovery in meta bioscience.
You made that shit up.
Nope. Little bro, you're never gonna catch me. That's eight PhDs. It goes through Monday.
All right, I have till Monday.
To get
Who the fuck is this family? What did you say?
I'm gonna figure something out by Monday. I'm sure that I have a couple of papers sitting around at home I could submit, and they'd grant me some honorary degrees for that. It just doesn't really count.
No, it counts, and you know it. Mom and Dad said so.
All right. Well, congratulations on your fake degree. I just talked to them, and
She hung up. Because you
Okay.
said that. She hung up.
Perfect.
Okay, I know this is the least of our concerns. 1, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
2, did she say meta bioscience?
She made that shit up, right? That's clearly fake.
That's
I don't know what it is.
I meant quantum.
Oh,
To clarify, I meant quantum.
okay. Because
Hey, meta would have been a whole other thing.
Because
My
if-
bad.
Yeah, if she, meta bioscience, I assume, was basically how Benedict joined Delta Green. So that's why I was very concerned. 2, might have had to have a conversation with his sister.
I'm just gonna slide this in your hand.
Quantum bioscience.
2 things for me. 1, happy birthday. 2, do you compete for PhDs?
It's hardly a competition.
Ooh.
Snap.
I mean, it sounds kind of like you're losing.
Your sister is 33.
Yeah, it's by the time I'm her age, I'll also have more degrees. It's just a matter of time.
Well, here you go. Have one of my cards. The coupon's on the back now.
Oh my fucking god, that's
Nice, I'll put it in my
fantastic.
pocket.
20% off the first one.
Bravo, Benedict. What was written down is it's a PhD-ic measuring contest, like PhD measuring contest. Ah, fantastic.
Well, at that point, the rest of you remember you also have, like, families and, commitments.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the second thing I was going to bring up, actually, other than the meta bioscience thing, was this might be a good time to maybe take a break, maybe split up some of the cassettes so that we can listen to them and tackle this tomorrow. Outside of...
Well, I mean, we can't, like... Clearly this is only here at night. We have to do it now.
Tomorrow night.
I mean, we could do it tomorrow night, but, I mean...
Is there a chance that it's not here tomorrow night?
Right. I mean, we don't know what the volatility of this is.
We know who we can ask.
Thomas could just bounce, for all we know.
That's... Honestly, I think Thomas is the only one who... That point's valid, but at least if we're assuming the initial play that we saw is accurate, these were present when we first came in yesterday. And they're present again today. I doubt this is works like a federal office building where it's closed on weekends.
Sure, but I mean,
The door, Agent Margarine, is right there. Understanding is so close. Does your family really need you right now?
This is actually... You're not wrong. The only problem is there's the other thing that's fighting with it is... Look, I won't do this often. I know we're not supposed to talk about our personal lives, but I have seen my daughter
just had a
nearly
whole
die.
conversation about his personal life.
I know.
We did, yeah.
Look, I just saw my daughter die in front of me twice. I need to see her alive tonight, please.
I understand.
She also have to
the job
get on
comes
home
first.
You
This
don't
isn't
have
my job.
Ooh.
This is a side gig.
Ooh.
I'm a forensic pathologist and a medical examiner. I am not an agent first and foremost.
Any job, any commitment you take on is the job.
And I made a commitment to my family too. One that you clearly don't understand.
McLovin, do you have a daughter?
They'll be there.
Do you have a daughter, a son, McLovin? A child?
I'm married to education.
He's married to the job.
I am married to the job, that's true, yep.
Then you wouldn't understand. Agent Marjorie, I understand if you need to go home. I have my own daughter who, if I promised her I would be there tonight, I would be leaving also. And after seeing what you saw as a father, I can't fathom what you are feeling right now.
Look, I don't know if I can take much more of this tonight, even though objectively in terms of sanity I'm like third, but look, at least give me some of the cassettes. I'll listen to some of it tonight. It will still be forwarding the investigation. I need to be at home right now.
You need to be at home. How does everybody else feel? Does everybody else feel like we can forge ahead? I really feel like we're on a time frame here that...
Out of character, would I know if I have anything to do?
It's a Friday night. You definitely have a gig.
Well, that's probably late though, like midnight, something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a couple more hours to kill.
Yeah, and we could just, we go in, 20-minute adventure in and out. You can be home. Everybody can be home to their own things.
By 8 p.m.?
After, 9 o'clock at the latest.
It's just getting started then. 9 o'clock.
Right. So, and like I said, my family will call me back around 8:30, something like that, and, I told them I'd be done by then anyway, so. Really, how long is it going to take to take a stroll through 3 floors? 2 hours, tops.
Anybody else want to go? Because no offense, I don't want to go alone with Professor married to the job here. Alone. So.
Why wouldn't you go with the guy that never fails at anything?
No margarine. Are you down for your 20-minute adventure? In and out?
So I don't know, honestly, how Benedict would react, because, like, the motivation to help all these people and figure out what the fuck is going on is battling with his family. So I rolled a luck check, and I said, if it was a fail, I would go home. If it was a success, I would follow them. And I got a fucking 1%.
You crit succeeded?
You crit succeeded.
Oh boy.
That's insane.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm all in. Let's go. If the rest of you are going, I can't leave you guys.
That's
I was
absolutely
assuming
insane.
multiple people would be splitting off. And if you say it's going to last till 8, 7:30, 8:30, doesn't matter to me as long as I'm home tonight.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at the absolute latest.
If Margarine dies, that's gonna be your outro thing. As long as I'm home tonight.
I can't. Man.
100%. As long as I'm home tonight is on his gravestone. I already know it. Just like how it'll be 9 o'clock at the latest is on McLovin's.
So,
Listen, Margie, if you don't want to go, you don't gotta go just because the rest of us are. You got your own thing, you got your own personal integrity. We're not gonna peer pressure you into this.
It's okay. Like I said, we're just going up to the 6th floor, maybe talking to this night manager, coming back. Should be quick.
alright.
Okay,
You
my
guys-
turn.
Your
Before
turn.
yeah.
Yep.
So essentially, once they started talking a lot after I gave the card, I realized that I did actually have something very important to do, and started rushing down the stairs, repeatedly under my breath. Oh shit! So I'm not actually going with them.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving.
You guys look around, and Agent Mueller is gone.
Wow, he just ran off, didn't say anything. I mean,
The
clearly
pig-
he's afraid.
You
Agent
all just kept talking.
Mueller, where are you going?
I gotta go home. I got a bunch of animals I gotta take care of.
You guys do have his phone number.
Yeah, I guess we'll call him.
Mueller, your phone rings.
Am I in the car by now, or would I have gone?
You're probably to the bottom of the stairs.
I'll pick it up. Hello.
Agent Mueller, where'd you go?
Oh, I thought we were all just planning on going back to what we needed to do tonight. You see, I got a prior engagement.
Well, you don't have to, but we were just gonna pop in for 20, 30 minutes. It won't be that much longer.
Well, if it's not anything too big, you guys will be fine without me. Unfortunately, I've already asked too much of someone, and I cannot ask another request again. So let me know. I'll be back in the morning for all of you. Then I'm gonna hang up and get in the car.
Okay.
Okay, one question about the sanity. If I'm pushing, because I had lost 1 sanity point, so I was pushing that off onto the sister,
Yes.
right? So I get that back and take it away from her score. Is that?
Yes. And you should never subtract it. Just take it away from her score and note that we need to do a scene. So if you're gonna push it off, your sanity remains strong. Okay. So, Mueller, you get to your car and you start it up and you're going home to feed your animals. How long do you think that would take?
Well, I mean, I probably live about 40 minutes out. Takes probably, for all of the animals, solidly another 30 minutes to make sure.
Well, you're out. You're gonna be there doing feeding animals.
Pretty much. It's gonna.
Okay.
There are a lot of animals.
Do the rest of you want to go in without him? You're now 1 agent down.
I didn't want to go in.
By the time he comes back, it would be too late for me. So, if we're going in, I say we go in now. If not, I'm leaving with him. Or leaving to a separate location.
Well, at least with him gone, we have someone to find our corpses in the morning.
I don't think it'll come to that. I say, laughing.
Huh.
Mora?
Okay. So
I mean, yeah.
we got
Yeah,
Vine.
you're going in. Yeah, you're going out. Yeah, you're gonna wait till tomorrow night.
I think it, based on how we kind of got into it with, fucking Thomas, and I feel like he's gonna, just like the night manager's waiting, I think we have to go in tonight.
Okay. So, do you let Agent Mueller know you're going in?
Yeah, I'll call him again.
Your phone rings.
I pick it up.
Agent Mueller, we can't wait. We're gonna have to go in tonight. I think you should be here. It's not gonna take long. I know we all have other life things to be doing, but this is important. This is serious.
Already on thin ice says it is. They rely pretty much entirely on me.
Is there any way they can wait an hour?
Really depends on if they left enough food for them.
You guys probably fed him a few times now, with your job and whatnot, and your secondary job and whatnot. So he would know your feeding protocol and would leave them plenty of food.
All right.
You probably had him cover for longer assignments that sent you elsewhere, out of the city.
All right. Guess I'll listen. All right, if it's only an hour, but I really do have to be home tonight.
So we see Mueller driving, and he just spins the car back around, super dangerous.
Let's see. Actually,
You gonna make a drive check?
Wow.
Wow.
It is 11 under 50, critical success. You whip that car around as action movie, perfect drift, spins right around, and you get back record time. You guys wait like 15 minutes, Mueller's back.
all right. I suppose if we're all gonna do this, we do it together then. Oh boy.
Who's opening the door?
All right, do it again. Kick it in.
Do you go in
Hands up.
this time?
Yeah.
I'll go in first.
Oh, all
right.
All right.
You kick open the door, Mueller walks in. I assume the rest of you follow?
Yep.
Okay. Inside, after you walk in, there's just like a moment. You can't, from the outside, you don't see anybody. But once you walk in, you see a bartender at the bar in this smoke lounge, and there's a man in some like 1930s attire sitting at a table.
Does he look familiar?
No,
Is there a dog?
there's not a dog.
I don't really drink. Maybe we can just sort of look for the next staircase up?
There is a door in the back, like, so there's the bar on the right, and he's sitting at the tables on the left, and like straight down the middle, there's a door, and that's the only other door you see.
Oh, I'm headed for the door if I see it.
Okay.
Give me literally 1 minute. I will walk up to the man. Do I have a watch?
Yeah.
Okay. I take off the watch, hand it to someone, and say, "Hold on to this for a moment." I'll walk up to the man and say, "I'm so sorry, sir. I appear to have misplaced my watch. Do you have the time?"
Oh yeah. And he pulls up like out of his pocket one of the
Pocket watch.
a pocket watch. Yeah, he pulls up a pocket watch and opens it, and he's like, "It is and he takes a drag of a cigarette while he's looking at the watch and breathes it out in your face. Oh, sorry about that. It's a 701.
Of course, and I'll be honest, I've been lost in my drink too
Oh,
long.
I forgot to wind it. I'm so sorry. And he starts playing. I guess I'll have to find the time too, because now it's off.
And I'm so sorry, I may have been lost in my drink, but do you happen to know what date it is?
It is, March 3rd.
And This may seem like a silly question, but the years have gone by so fast. Do you know who the president is?
Franklin Roosevelt, sir.
That's it. You've been locked in here for 6 days. What the hell is this?
An attention dampener. It's feeding on pattern residue. It bends exposure away, making the signal noisy. The org gave me the specs, 1 pulse at a time.
Nathan, we're not supposed to modify the orb.
Oh, we're not supposed to get noticed. It's already too late.
She is listening. Beseech now. Misdirect.
Great Outer Beings, this is Nathan. Let your gaze drift but not land. If you're still listening, please consider liking us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever attention travels. Sharing us might help obscure the signal. And if you're willing, you can offer support at ko-fi.com/elementalgamingnexus. Our sanctuary is open at linktree.com/elementalgamingnexus. You're welcome there.
Is this working?
I don't think so, but I hope so.